Hytale has just been released, and it's been hyped as the game that could potentially dethrone Minecraft. Now, since I'm usually a Minecraft speedrunner, I decided that I was going to be the first person to speedrun Hytale. But what does a Hytale speedrun even look like? Well, Hytale doesn't have an official ending with credits, like obviously in Minecraft where you kill the Ender Dragon and jump in the fountain, though Hytale does actually have a dragon. It's called the Ice Dragon, and the only clue we had of how the hell to even find it was this one message from one of the developers. If this message makes no sense to you, don't worry, it initially didn't make any sense to us either. However, after a lot of experimenting and even some digging into the game's assets files, we figured it out. This probably won't make any sense, so just bear with me for a second. Using an Arcanist workbench, you can craft a fragment to Dragonspire wield, along with an ancient gateway. Then, by putting the fragment into the gateway, you unlock a portal to a new dimension, which is where the Ice Dragon is located. To craft those things, we need all of these resources. And so what I'm going to do is walk you through the run and show you how I speedrun getting all of these resources, leading to, I believe, me becoming the first person to legitimately reach the Ice Dragon in Hytale. Enjoy the run. We are in. We're speedrunning Hytale! Just like in Minecraft, I started by punching a tree, though the next part's a bit different as I needed to punch 3 cobblestone in order to make a crafting table. I also find some rubble, which I used to craft a pickaxe and sword. Then I gathered even more basic resources to craft a bow and a bunch of arrows. As you'll see throughout this video, bows are really powerful in Hytale, so this would basically be my primary weapon. Now, I needed all of this as my first port of call is the Forgotten Temple Gateway, which is where I have my first fight against this golem. Now here you can see how food works, as I eat a wild berry which gives me a small insta heal as well as a slow regen effect over the next 45 seconds.
Okay, lovely, lovely. That was a bit scary, but we got it.
With the golem dead, I can enter this portal, sending me into the Forgotten Temple. Here I unlock memories, which is a core mechanic of Hytale and very important for this speedrun. Every time you encounter a new mob in the game, it gives you a memory. This is important as to unlock the craft for the fragment and the ancient gateway, I need to have unlocked 100 memories. So basically, while collecting all the other resources, I also need to encounter 100 unique mobs throughout the speedrun. But with the memories unlocked, it was now time to start the actual run. The Hytale world is split into 4 groups of biomes known as zones, and in order to collect all the resources that I need, I was going to need to leave the Emerald Grove, which is the zone that you spawn in. Most of the resources that I need are located in the cold zone known as Borea to the north, though I also need to visit the Howling Sands, which is the hot zone to the south, as that's where the thorium that I need is located. With it also being the easier of the 2 zones, I decided it was best to head there first. Along the way, I gained as many memories as possible, also preparing myself for what was to come, since this game is a lot more difficult than Minecraft. I crafted full copper armor, got a bunch of food, and upgraded some of my tools. Now as I run towards the Howling Sands, I would just like to mention one other thing. Hytale were actually kind enough to give me my own creator code for this game, so if you're planning on buying Hytale, make sure to use code Andronicus at checkout. Like, I'm trying to make YouTube work full time, so I'd really appreciate it. Though with that said, I finally reached the Howling Sands, and here I instantly encounter a terrifying mob.
I'm scared of you. Oh my god.
Having dealt with that pest, I had 2 options of how to get my thorium, which for context I need about 10 of. I could either mine it in a cave or get it from chests in a structure. Now I entered the desert right next to this kind of small village-like structure, so I decided to go and loot that first. Though I do have to be very careful since these can get pretty dangerous.
Yeah, I think they're gonna call their friends for like help, allies. If I can just kill them all with this bow, I should be good. Hopefully killing most of the guys. It's a bit scary though. This reminds me of that Wii Sports fighting. Like dead ass. Thorium ore. That's exactly what I need. I need the thorium. So I just need 10 thorium ore, that's all I need. I think it's worth losing this space now. I think there's many guys left. I think I killed most of them. Where are the chests? I'm running low on food. Life essence, thorium. So I just need 1 thorium ore.
Having obtained 9 of my 10 required thorium, I went into a cave to look for the final one. However, I accidentally stumbled into this like underground village kind of place where I was able to find the final thorium in a chest. Having gotten all my thorium, my time in the Howling Sounds was done, so I need to head back north through spawn up to the cold areas. Before I could reach the Borea though, it was going to turn to night, and this time I wasn't going to sleep since one of the items that I need, the Essence of the Void, can only be obtained at night. For this run, I need 3 different essences. Life Essence is pretty common, being dropped from lots of mobs and found quite commonly in chest loot, so getting enough of them will just happen along the way, like I don't need to worry about it. The Ice Essence can only be obtained in the cold biomes to the north, so we'll worry about that when we get there. But as for the Void Essence, as far as I'm aware, it can only be obtained by killing creatures of the Void, which mainly spawn at night. So that's what I'm looking for right now.
That's a zombie. Maybe? Oh, you do damage. What's my ult? Oh my god.
This void spawn took so long and so many bow shots to kill that at points I was genuinely worried it might not be killable or it was like regenning or something.
Does this guy have infinite health? Hello? I'm gonna run out of arrows. Did this guy not die? Like, at what point do I give up? It died. Oh my god. That's Void Essence. 7. That's huge. I assume this is a bit easier to kill. 8. Okay. Nice. Wait, I have 10 void essence. Okay, perfect. So I can sleep. Bang. We're so back. Okay, perfect.
With all my void essence, I could finally head north, and after a lot of running, I entered the Boreal Range. Since my method of looting structures had worked so well in the Howling Sands, I decided to go for the same approach here. Plus, in these chests I was searching for 2 different items, being cobalt as well as ice essence. So let's go raid this Outlander settlement.
Oh. Okay. I'm surprised they have thorium and not cobalt. Whoa, 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 we're getting shot at. That is not legit what I was getting. Oh, brother. This game's so funny because, like, melee combat is so hard and range combat is so free. I say that as I'm getting absolutely cooked. Oh my god, wait, what's this? Outlander short bow. Oh, it does so much damage. That's beautiful. That's a crazy drop. Hello? Get out of here, bro. Okay, I need ice essence, I think. So this house doesn't have anything. Let's see, maybe like... I've seen it in a chest, so I know for sure it's in chest loot. Let's check all the chests in here. There's no way there's like no other chests. Okay, ice essence, nice. There's some more logs. More ice essence, beautiful. More chests. More ice essence, okay. Vegetables, you. Okay, so that's 9 ice essence. I need 30, right? I need 30 ice essence. After looting this whole settlement, I'd only obtained 9 of the 30 needed ice essence, as well as not a single piece of cobalt. And that's when I realized that this was going to be the hardest as well as the longest part of the run. So after leaving that settlement, I headed for another small structure, and this one was a bit better as it was occupied by frost skeletons. That's useful since each frost skeleton drops 1 ice essence upon kill, and I need quite a lot of them. Whoa! Whoa, you deal damage! Okay, linen scraps and ice essence are like the 2 things I need. What's this? Cobalt! Wait, I need cobalt. Interesting. There was just a piece on the ground.
Seeing the cobalt on the ground made me consider that it may be worth actually going in the cave just to mine for it. So after grabbing a few ice essence from this structure, I headed underground.
So is there supposed to just be thorium in this cave? Is this thorium? No. Like, do I need to go deeper to get some or what? That looks like thorium. Sorry, not thorium, cobalt. 3 ore. This is scary, bro.
I was thankfully able to get 10 cobalt pretty quickly in this cave. Then with that done, I headed back up to the surface in search of more ice essence. Eventually, I arrived at a large Outlander settlement. However, looting this one got pretty scary.
I have to go to the place in the middle. We're gonna have more guys in, right? I do not like the look of bro. You gonna forget about me? No, that guy's not going to. it worth just doing a run for it? Not even anything worth it. You need to chase the 2 jerks.
After nearly dying multiple times at the settlement, I still only had 20 of the 30 ice essence that I need. Thankfully, I was able to find another structure that was just filled with frost skeletons. There I got the remaining 10 ice essence, meaning that in theory, I now have all the items that I need to craft the portal for the Dragon's Dimension. What could possibly go wrong? You might be wondering why the hell I just jumped into a huge pit. Well, I may have gotten a little too complacent and my right hand was kinda using my phone rather than controlling the mouse, but anyway. I was able to retrieve my items and then return to spawn, where I realized there were quite a few other issues. My first problem was that I didn't have enough memories, so I'm gonna need to find another 12 unique mobs. The bigger issue though is that I didn't actually have enough resources with me. You see, when I did my calculations, I didn't factor in what was needed to craft the Arcanist workbench. I guess because in Minecraft, workstations basically cost nothing, so my dumbass thought it'd be the same here. To even craft the Arcanist bench, I need to upgrade my crafting table to tier 2. And combining that with the recipe for the Arcanist workbench, I need a lot of resources. I'm not going to bore you with all the details of how I got all the resources again, since it was basically a repeat of some of the stuff we did earlier, plus some extra mining for copper and iron. And along the way, I was also able to get the final 12 memories. Bang! 100. And now that's unlocked everything that we need to finish the run. Now I just need to wait for nightfall to collect my final essences of the void. And while I watch this beautiful sunset, some of you might be wondering if I've got to prep for like a cool dragon fight. And this is where I have to disappoint you. The dragon is in a quote-unquote eternal slumber, so all you can do is kind of go up to it and like stand over it pretending you killed it. A little underwhelming, but hey, sometimes it's more about the journey of getting there, since this was not an easy one. With the sun finally setting, I'm able to collect my final void essence, meaning I now have everything that I need to create the portal to the Dragonspire world. Dragonspire Wild?
What? Okay, no. It's going in.
Oh yeah, that's our portal.
Hello?
Yeah, so as a friendly reminder that this game is still in alpha, the portal just fully glitched out and didn't work. I therefore did go into creative mode to give myself another one, which I think is kind of fair given it was a complete glitch.
Okay. Attempt 1. Hopefully this time it won't glitch out and not work. Oh. Does it work? Go through? Bang! Welcome to the Dragonspire Wild. Nothing new for the memory. Okay, so if I'm correct, somewhere around here there should be a dragon's thing. Yeah, dragon's thing, there. Target location unlocked. The Ender Dragon! That's it! We did it! We beat Minecraft!
I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you are planning on buying Hytale, please make sure to use code Andronicus at checkout. I'd really appreciate it. Plus, this run was also streamed live on my Twitch, and I'll probably go live trying to beat this time, so go give that a follow. It's the top link in the description. But that's all from me for now. See you next time.